Good morning and welcome to CyberGirls 2024 application info session. My name is DTM Tao and I'm the programs lead here at CyberSafe Foundation. And I have here with me
Divine.
Divine.
Yeah.
All right. I'm so excited to have everyone joining me here. I can see the excitement budding in the chat box. Please go ahead and invite anyone who's supposed to be here and is not here yet here. Please go ahead. If you need to tweet the link to the session, if you need to put it on your WhatsApp story, wherever you need to have this link to have the right set of people who are meant for this session joining, please go ahead and do that because it's going to be an amazing time. Like I said, this is CyberGirls 2024 application information session. And this is something we do every year to make sure we get the best, we have everyone understand what is required of them and get the best applications in. So if you're excited, just let me know where you're joining from. Just say, hi, I'm joining from Nigeria, I'm joining from Kenya, I'm joining from Namibia, wherever it is in the world you're joining us from. Don't forget, CyberGirls is all across Africa. So go ahead and wave the flag with pride. That being said, this info session will be very brief and we'll be ensuring to be done in an hour. That being said, we would have a brief session about CyberGirls, and then we will follow shortly with what it takes to be a CyberGirl. And then we'll walk you through the application process, all from the first stage, from when you finally fill your form, and walk you through the last stage. And then we'll have question and answer session. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and drop them in the chat box as the session goes on. I see people joining me from Kenya. I see Renee from Nigeria. I see Vivian from Kenya. I see Akoswa from Ghana. Keep letting us know where you're joining from. Oh, I see someone from South Africa. That's really nice. Please let us know where you're joining from. Oh, we have someone from Zimbabwe. This is really nice. Okay, keep at it, keep at it. Namibia, we have someone from Namibia joining us. We have Uganda. Please go on, keep at it, and we'll celebrate you as we get to see you. All right, that being said, let's head right into it. Divine, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to tell.
All right, go ahead. You have the floor.
All right. Thank you, DTM. Good morning once again, everyone. So I'm Divine. I'm the programs lead at CyberGirls Fellowship. We're so excited to have this session with you, and we can't wait to meet the future beneficiaries of this program. So I'll start off with a quote by our founder, Confidence Stavely, where she said, "A sister is God's way of proving He doesn't want us to walk alone. Sisters function as safety nets in a chaotic world simply by being there for each other. So from the moment you're selected as a cyber girl, know that every other fellow is your sister and must be treated as family to get the best experience from this fellowship." So basically, once you come into this program, just know that you're going to meet a family, and it's more like a sisterhood here. So you're definitely not going to work on this journey alone. So here, this is the problem statement. So in Africa, we see that the male and female each make up 50% of the population, and women currently hold 25% of this population cybersecurity in cybersecurity. Women currently hold 25% of cybersecurity jobs globally, and just 9% of this populace is what women actually hold in Africa. So this shows that there's a gender gap in the cyber workforce. And according to the ISC Square cybersecurity study in 2023, there are roughly about 4 million cybersecurity professionals needed worldwide. So this goes to further show that there is a large skills gap in the industry, and this is where you come into play. So what we're trying to do here in CyberGirls Fellowship, the program actually aims to bridge this gender gap by empowering women to defend the digital world. So we're Africa's biggest free cybersecurity training and mentorship program for young women like yourself. And our program is aimed to improve the socioeconomic well-being of young women in Africa by equipping them with globally sought after cybersecurity skills. And we achieve this by providing hands-on training. So it's not just theoretical training. You're actively engaged in guided lab sessions. You carry out research. You do personal and group projects. You do demo presentations. So you really do a lot of technical stuff. And also you're exposed to mentors, right? So we have experienced female cybersecurity professionals who serve as mentors to provide guidance, to support you, and also to hold your hands while you walk in this journey into cybersecurity. And then we also get you certification ready, right? So you're not just doing technical jargons. You're also preparing yourself for the industry, because that's our main goal, to make sure you get into the industry. So you're going to be taking some certifications depending on the career path that you choose. And upon completion of the program, upon completion of the training, fellows who meet our 70% pass mark per industry standard. So we actually have our pass mark of 70%. So if you know you're coming into this program, you really have to get ready to do the work, because anything below 70%, you're not going to come in. So fellows who complete this training and get up to that 70% pass mark, they'll be prioritized for possible paid internship and job placements. So, what is CyberGirls Fellowship 4.0? What should you expect? What are the activities and the programs, things that are in line for you? So, we have what we call peer learning groups. So, once you come in, you're going to be teamed up with four other CyberGirls fellows like yourself across different countries. So if you're from Nigeria, you have in your peer learning group, you're going to have people from Zimbabwe, someone else from maybe Kenya, someone from South Africa, someone from Tanzania. And so you're not just going to be interacting with people from your country. So it gives you kind of way to you know learn from other people from other regions in Africa as well. So you're going to have a team of four other cyber sisters in your peer learning group, and each team is assigned to a mentor. So just like we had rightly said, each peer learning group is going to be assigned an experienced female cybersecurity professional who's going to be serving as your mentor. And coming to mentorship, like I said, this mentor basically, she's going to provide motivation for you. She's literally going to be there to guide you and walk the journey with you. So when you come into this program, number one, you already have cyber sisters and you have a mentor. So definitely you are in this journey with people, and these people will be your support system. And we have other activities that are lined up for you. So we have what we call Cyber Friday. So every Friday you get to read some cybersecurity articles, and then you come on a channel and then you discuss with your cyber sisters. You get to learn a lot of concepts about recent attacks, the trends, and everything that goes on in the cybersecurity industry. And then we have the open day. So the open day is basically where you come to showcase your skills. So it's hands on. So you have like your technical, your demo presentations with your team members. And then we have a day in the life series. Before you choose a career path, we have a series lined up for you. So every career path, we get to invite a professional from that career path. So if we're having like vulnerability assessment and penetration testing track, we have a pen tester who's going to come during the day in the life series. The person will come tell you what exactly it takes to be a pen tester. What are the do's and don'ts, what are the expectations from you as a fellow in this particular track. So that's basically what a day in the life series is all about. And then we have one cyber thing a day. As a cybersecurity professional in the making, you're encouraged to study, you're encouraged to read, you're encouraged to learn about concepts. So you're basically going to be reading every day and documenting your learning. So we encourage our fellows to have LinkedIn profile. So if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, you need to set it up, because you'll be documenting your learning from the very first day of the program till the end and even beyond, right? So, and we have Linux party. So this is something that's really exciting, and a lot of people really look forward to it, because our training is sort of like virtual, but during the Linux party, you get to meet with your cyber sisters in your region, and then you get to, party, but you get to learn while partying. So we have this alongside other activities lined up for you in the program. And these are our learning paths. So we have this cloud security learning path, we have critical infrastructure security, we have digital forensics and threat intelligence learning path, we have the DevSecOps, we have governance, risks and compliance, we have the incidents response, that's the SOC analyst tier one, we have vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. However, before you get into this learning path, you're only allowed to choose one learning path. Before you get into this learning path, like I rightly said, you're going to have what we call a day in the life series, but you're encouraged to also do further research, right? So now that you can see the learning path that will be exposed to when you join the program, you need to start doing your research even before you get into the program to learn, okay, what is cloud security, what does it entail, what do I need to do before I get into cloud security, does cloud security really pique my interest? And then look at all the 7 learning paths and try to look at which one of them, which skills do you have to really perform well in each of these learning paths or in one of these learning paths. But before you get into the specialized learning path, we have what we call the prerequisites. So our program is basically novice to professional. So we don't expect you to have all the knowledge and the skills to be able to thrive in this industry. So that's where you come in as a novice, and then you start with the prerequisites. So basically, prerequisites what takes you through the cybersecurity fundamentals, introduction to cybersecurity, introduction to networking fundamentals. So you have to do this prerequisite training for about 2 months, and upon completing this training, you get to write an exam. And then again, like I said, our pass mark is 70%. Only fellows who score up to 70% and above will be moving to the specialized learning path, right? And we also have soft skills training, because yes, you're going to learn all of the technical things and all of that, but what will really help you in the industry, or what will help you to land a job, is your soft skills. You need to learn how to work in a team. So that's teamwork and collaborations. You need to learn how to be able to present yourself, public speaking. So there's a lot of employability skills that you need to learn, and all of these will be taught during the soft skills training. So after the prerequisites, we have the soft skills and we have the cybersecurity specialized learning path. So this is CyberGirls Fellowship 4.0. We're expecting fellows from we expect applicants from all African countries, and we're expecting to receive 500 fellows. And the age is between the ages of 18 to 28 years old, and the duration for this training is 8 months. So every weekday, that's Monday to Friday, you're expected to commit at least 4 hours of training. And then we also have Saturday, where we have our live sessions, and we also have live sessions on another weekday that will be communicated when you get into the program. And what's your qualification? I mean, what do you need to have before you join this program? As long as you've completed your high school or secondary school, or you're probably in the university, or you're a graduate, you are fit to apply for this program. However, you must have passion for cybersecurity. So it's not just something that you just stumbled on and said, oh, I just want to while away time. You cannot while away time in this program, because it's really intensive. So you need to be sure that this is something you want to do, and definitely we are here to support you. My colleague will talk more about passion and the other things that expected of you in the program. And then why CyberGirls Fellowship? I mean, I would say why not, right? But like I said, skill progression. Like you basically, you're coming from a place of novice, and then in no time, in 8 months time, you'll be professional. So I'd say go and listen to the success stories of our alumni, right? Even the just concluded 3.0 program. Go listen to some of our girls, their success stories. Go and read about them. You'd see that a lot of them came from places where they had no skills whatsoever, no cybersecurity skills whatsoever, no networking skills whatsoever. But here they are today. They are able to, land themselves their dream job, even without, before our hiring summit. A lot of them, before the program had already been concluded, they were able to, land cybersecurity roles for themselves. So that is one of the reasons why you have to apply for this program, or why you have to, choose CyberGirls Fellowship. Another key reason is community. I read the quote from our founder. This is basically a place where you come in, and you, from the start to finish, you are not alone, right? You have your peer learning group, that's your cyber sisters. You have your mentors, your female mentors, who you can, confide in and, share stuff with. You have the success advisors, people that are there and they're very intentional about your success from the start of the program to the end of the program. These women, these team members are there to support you, right? We understand that there are a lot of things that women go through that are not relatable to other people in the industry. So that's why we're here to, know what the problem is. As long as you open up, and communicate this, we are definitely here to support you. So you have a community. It's not just a fellowship. It's an identity and a tribe. And then you have mentorship, like I said, where you discover your talent and your ability through mentoring. Okay, DTM, you have the floor for the application process. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Divine. Thank you. All right. Before we go into the application process, I want us to just take a moment to invite anyone who's supposed to be here and can't join us yet. Just remind them a little. And as we are going forward, just if you join in the session, just go ahead and let us know where you're joining from. Where you are joining from. I see people joining in from Tanzania. I see someone from Cameroon. I see someone from Kenya. Hello from Uganda. All right, so please keep the questions coming. Please keep the comments coming. We would really love to see and interact with you. All right, like Divine said, CyberGirls Fellowship is not just a fellowship. It is an identity and it is a tribe. And I'm really eager and looking forward to welcoming all of you into the CyberGirls Fellowship. So to get started, I'll be walking you through all the steps in the application process. This is the point where I need you to pay attention and take notes and ask questions. It's very important to ask questions because that's the best way you can understand all that is required of you. Now, before you go on to apply, it's important that you understand what the eligibility criteria is. Yes, we are opening our doors to women, across Africa. But what kind of women do we want to come through? Women aged 18 to 28. If you are going to be 18 by 25th March 2024, that's you're not yet 18, but you're going to be 18 then, and you're going to be 28 as at 25th March 2024, which is the start of the new cohort, you are welcome to apply, right? If you are a citizen and a resident of an African country, you are welcome to apply. You have to be passionate about cybersecurity. It's not just about, I just came across this link and I just want to apply. No, we want it to be the fire that burns in you. We want you to show your interest through curiosity, to show your passion through curiosity and, many other things. So we want people who are very passionate and vibrant because it will need a lot. You will need a lot of passion, through this journey. Are you proficient in English and have you completed your high school or secondary education? You're welcome to apply. Now, the program is very intensive and it's hands-on. So can you withstand the pressures of that kind of training? It's not a short training, it's 8 months long and it is very intensive. So are you able to dedicate and give what needs to be given? Are you ready to commit what needs to be committed, to making this work? Do you have a job currently in cybersecurity? This is not for you, right? We want to help people who do not have jobs already in cybersecurity. Like the tagline is from novice to professional. That's the goal. So if you have a job already in cybersecurity, this is not the best program for you. We want those who are yet to secure roles in cybersecurity. Do you have any major certification that can land you a job in cybersecurity? Are you an ethical hacker already? Anything of that nature, right? We are not the person we are actually looking to help. This program is for novices. So you may be bored. You actually will be bored, if you have attained such heights and you come back to do this. So we need to be careful. If you have such certifications, this may not be the best opportunity for you. Are you currently participating in a similarly timed set program? So is there a fellowship next year you're going to be part of? Is there some training you're going to be part of that's just as intense, This may not also be the best program for you because, like I said, it is 8 months of intensive hands-on training. It's really important that we understand that. All right. So, what does it take to be a cyber girl? I'm a cyber girl. I'm a cyber girl. I'm a proud cyber girl. We've had this thing a couple of times around the place. And what does it really need to take to become one? First, you must be passionate. Passion is the first and most important thing. Without passion, we don't see you kickstarting this journey happily. Without passion, you may not have something to remind you on the good days why to keep to continue investing in all of this, right? Because it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of commitment from you. So passion is really interesting. Is really important. The learner's mindset. If you are approaching things from a point of, oh, I know it all, oh, I know it all, no, this is not for you, right? You need to be someone who understands that, to learn and fully understand something, you need to come from a point of curiosity. That is the learner's mindset. Point of curiosity. Why? Why is this like this? Why is the sun like this? Why is the sky blue? Right? Whatever it is. Oh, why is it that our computers behave like this? Curiosity and in all things, the learner's mindset. We want you to have time commitment. So to be a cyber girl, the time commitment is a big deal. We require minimum 4 hours daily. That is about 20 hours in a normal work week that you need to commit, right? That's minimum 20 hours in your work week. And the training goes on from Monday to Saturday with our live sessions happening on Saturday. So imagine that's a long time committing to something. So the time commitment is something that is necessary. We want you learning a skill, and part of learning a skill takes time. Time is invested in it. So the last point is resilience. We had the graduation session and ceremony just on Saturday here, and when the founder was speaking, she said, "Resilience is my middle name." As a cyber girl, that is the fact. Resilience is your middle name because when you wake up and there's something too hard for you to do, remember that this is the day to be resilient. When there's something that's not really sinking in class, remember this is the point to be resilient, not give up and go back and ask someone for help and keep going at it till you get it. So to be a cyber girl, you must be passionate, you must have the learner's mindset, you must be ready to give in the time and the effort, to learning the skill, and you must be resilient. You must be resilient. If you are listening in the chat box, just scream resilience, or you tell me I am resilient. Right, for the application timeline, we are going to be having the application process in 4 stages this year. I'll be walking you through each of these stages, but it's important that you take notes while I do that. The first stage and the most important is completing the application form. It is the most important step. The application form will be live by noon today, and it will be on the website. The link will be shared at the end of the session as well. If you go to the website, you can find it in the admissions page on the website, on the CyberGirls website. But the application form is there. What is contained in this application form, I will be telling you very soon. Now, but the deadline for completing your application is 11th of December. So from today to the 11th of December, you can complete your application form. Everything is contained in it, from your contact details and all the other things we'd like to know about you, all in it. And after completing your application form, you will receive feedback from us on the 14th of December by midday as well. So all information coming from us will be received by midday. So if we give you the feedback dates and you're expecting to hear from us, just know you will hear from us by midday. And when I say midday, I mean 12 noon West African time. Right? The headquarters is in Nigeria, so we operate with that time zone. Right. So after you have completed the first stage, you've received feedback from us saying, yes, welcome, welcome to the second stage of the application process. What do? You'll be asked to enroll in the Cybersecurity Essentials course. And after that, you will get feedback again from us. And then the third stage, you will be asked to complete an identification verification form. After that, you still hear from us again. And then the fourth stage, when we will review your personal statement and application video. Right, and then the final feedback comes on the 4th of March. Now, I'm going to be walking through each of these stages in detail, so don't fret. I wasn't breezing through it. All right, so stage 1. What is in your application form? We will be asking to know a bit about yourself, right? We want your contact information. We want to know about what you did your educational background. We want to know about your employment, what you do for a living. Do you have a business? What's it like? We want to get to know you a bit. Just consider this the first stage of courting. Want to know more about you. As part of the application process, you'll be required to complete a 3,000 character limit personal statement. A lot of us may have written this before, personal statements for maybe admissions in the past, but this is a different kind. And I'll be walking you through how we want our personal statement written. But bear in mind, it is 3,000 character long, no more than that. You can do less, that is great. As long as you can communicate all the things you want to communicate in less, that is great, but no more. Bear in mind, the form will not carry anymore. So if you write and you find out you can't, although the error message will clearly state that on the form, but I want you to know that it's because you need to shorten the text just a little bit. Right. So bear in mind, another thing is we don't want responses cut off from ChatGPT or any AI tool. We will see through it. So this is not a point to go and type a quick recipe, a quick prompt on ChatGPT and ask for help to write a personal statement. No, this is the time to pour your heart, describe yourself in all the words you want to be described as. You want us to know you as. Just think of it again, like I said, like courting. This is your first stage. Right. When you do that 3,000 character limit personal statement, you also be required to complete a 2-minute application video. Very simple. Just set up your phone in front of yourself, get some proper lighting from your window, and you just make a video. Simple like how I look right now in front of you, and just tell us a bit about yourself. There are more details about that in the future slides, but again, it's very simple. Video 2 minutes. It can be less, but no more, talking about yourself and why you are the best person for this opportunity. So, like I said, we will check in language proficiency. If you are living with a disability, please, you're welcome to apply. We encourage that you do. If you require support of any kind to be able to complete the application process, please let us know as well via mail. However, if you are living with a disability that affects your use of computing devices, it may not be in your best interest to apply to the program, as we may not be able to fully support you. But you living with any other disability that doesn't affect the use of a computing device, please let us know how we can support you. And throughout the application process into the fellowship, we will do our best to make sure you are well settled in. That being said, like I said, application opens today. You have till the 11th of December to complete your application form and await feedback from us on the 14th of December. All right, so what does the second stage look like? The second stage, you are completing the Cybersecurity Essentials course. We have had a lot of people, come from different walks of life. Some, just knowing the basics of cybersecurity awareness, some not knowing as much, others, being very skilled and all of that. But we want to make sure you all have these basic requirements. You all have the basic training to get started in your journey. And that's what the Cyber Essentials course is about. It's a beginner-friendly course, to help you kickstart your cybersecurity journey. And when you're done with the course, you'll be asked to write an assessment. Now, this assessment has a 70% cutoff mark. A 70% cutoff mark. And if you get to the 70% cutoff mark, you will make it to the next stage. Remember, even in the fellowship, our cutoff mark, our pass mark for anything, any assessment is 70%. And you may wonder why, because that is industry standard. In cybersecurity, for any certification you're going to ever write, 70% is the pass mark. So don't worry, chin up. You're equal to the task. We've had people do this over and over again. And if anyone, then you. It has to be you. You can do it. So don't fret. Just dedicate your time to it and take the Cybersecurity Essentials course. It will be happening on our learning management system, and you will do the Cybersecurity Essentials course. And when you're done with it, you take the assessment and you wait for our feedback. Now, when you take the assessments, you're expected to have taken the assessment by the 8th of January 2024. So 8th of January, anytime before the 8th of January, please take your assessments. Remember, a lot of people will be taking it almost immediately. They will spend their time the first 1 week, go through the course very well, and then go and take the assessments, right? So please dedicate your time before, the Christmas party starts entering in, and we start getting distracted. Let's dedicate time to learning first and taking the course. We are setting this as also a way to prepare you for what the training is going to look like. So please go ahead and read and take the assessment. Don't be in a hurry as well to take the assessment because it is one attempt only. You can't attempt more than once, right? So please do not be in a hurry to take the assessment. It may be to your detriment. Take your time, make sure you have studied properly, read every material provided, and then take your assessment. Right. That being said, after the 8th of January, you would have completed your course, and by the 12th of January, you hear back from us. Don't worry, you don't need to memorize all these dates. Once you get on the website, just download the application guide, and all of these dates are listed out for you. Also, in every email are sending to you consequently, we'll be telling you your next feedback date. So watch out for that as well, and get the application guide handy. Now, for the third stage, you will be doing something we call identity verification. All this means is you'll be given a link to fill, and this is only for those who have completed the course and passed 70% cutoff mark, right? You'll be given a form to fill, and in this form, you have to submit a valid identification document. It could be your international passport, it could be your driver's license, it could be your national ID card, whatever, recognized means of identification you choose to present will be welcome. You will submit this in JPEG, that's JPG, PNG, or PDF format. Now, we don't take every kind of identification method, but in order to accommodate for differences in regions and in the country policies, we would accept any means of identification that contains the following. First, your date of birth. It is very important. We want to know that it tallies with what you had filled out earlier in the application form and you're within our age range. We also want to have a clear look at your face. You are pretty, please don't hide your face. Take a really clear headshot and let's get to see you and get to meet you again. You're also expected to submit a document that shows and supports your claim of nationality. So, did you say you were Zimbabwean before? Right. Present a document to tell me you are. Are you Nigerian? Do say, right? Submit whatever means of the document solidifies this claim. Lastly, is that means of identification a valid one in your country? That's a question you should ask yourself. So if I were to complete a formal document in my country and I was asked to present a means of identification, can I bring out this identification method and bring to this place? That's something you should ask yourself. Now, you have up until February to get this done, February in 2024. So my advice is, if you do not currently have a valid means of identification, go ahead and get one now. I don't know what it costs in your country. I know it could be free in some other countries, but please, now is the time to go and get your national identity card or whatever, your driver's license, whatever means of identification that we can use to verify your identity come stage 3. Another thing that will be happening in stage 3 is recommendation. Now, its recommendation is the heartbeat, of the application process here at CyberSafe. We want to know at CyberGirls Fellowship. We want to know, what do other people think? People have been part of your journey. Many people, your teachers have been part of your journey. Your colleagues have been part of your journey. What has that been like for them? So we are expecting 2 letters from you. It's very simple, 2 letters. One is a signed academic or educational recommendation letter. This was basically one written by a academic professor, your lecturer, a former teacher, a current or former employer can write that for you. Your supervisor at work can do that for you. But this person is basically saying, I know this person and she's amazing. This is how I've worked with her in this capacity, and they're stating things about you that makes you an ideal CyberGirl. Right? Things that show the work you are up to and who you are and what you are about. We also want a signed character reference letter. A character reference letter. Now, this letter is from an individual who can say, this person is, she's a wonderful person. You need to invest in this person. They are ready for the market. They are ready to give it their all. This person can be a family member, can be a friend, can be a guardian, can be your community leader. So are you a religious person? It could be your pastor, but this person has to be someone who knows you. You know, in school, your academic advisor may not know you as well, but this person knows you. And this person is going to serve as your emergency contact and your guarantor in an event where you maybe have to, there's a loss of property or a damage of property and you need to incur charges in that regard. Bear in mind the program itself is free from start to finish. However, if there's a device entrusted to you and that is then damaged, you would then need to refund for that. So if this happens, in an event that this happens, your guarantor will step in and, you know, handle all of those things for you. So there has to be someone that knows you, and can vouch for you and can reach out to you when we can't reach you. So we're going to try to reach out to you a couple of times, maybe to check in on you, check in on your progress, your success advisor. You know, but I've not seen this lady. She's not been active on Slack. You know, she hasn't been attending classes. I'm calling, she's nowhere to be found. Who do I call? Who do I call to know that Fadzai is fine? Who do I call to know that Salma is fine? You know, that's where your emergency contact comes in. All right, so that's what stage 3 is about. It's just letting us know that, you know, you are good, you are fine academically or where you're employed, you have good working relationships, and you're doing well in those regards. So a character reference letter and a recommendation letter. This is to be submitted in your stage 3. All right, so like I said, the process in itself is very easy. If you're following it, you can't miss it. Stage 4, we will be doing your personal statement and application video review. Now, I had breezed past this earlier in stage 1, where we initially submitted the document. Now, stage 4 is about going back to what we saw, 2 items we submitted in our stage 1, which is first the personal statement and second your application video. You need to review it. So what is this going to look like? Doesn't matter how many people come through, but we will be giving an opportunity at the end of the stage to 500 applicants. And what are the things we want to check? We want to check your person, right? The goal with this is to answer the question, you know, who are you and why should we choose you? That is all. That's all we really want to answer with that section. Who are you and why should we choose you? The next one is purpose. We call this the 5 P's, by the way. The next P is purpose. What we want to answer ultimately here is, you know, the question of why are you interested in this? What's the thing steering it? You know, why are you interested in the fellowship? What's the thing steering your engagement here? What's your plan for yourself? Passion and enthusiasm is the next. And the question we are trying to answer here is, how passionate are you about cybersecurity? And what exactly motivates you? You know, I love cybersecurity, I'm passionate. What exactly drives that passion? You know, want to check passion and enthusiasm. Preparation. We know that the journey ahead is a very hard one. You know, it's demanding, and there's some fundamentals you need. There's some basics you need to understand to be able to excel. Do you know how to use the computing device properly? You know, do you understand? Have you read about how the internet works? Just basic fundamental things that, you know, like I said, the learner's mindset, approaching things from the point of curiosity, right? How prepared are you for this training? Have you done courses in the past? You know, what have you done about your interest for cybersecurity? I'm passionate about cybersecurity. What have you done to nurture this passion for cybersecurity? That's what we want to know in preparation. And lastly, we have presentation and delivery. And what we are checking here is, you know, how are you able to put those points all across to us? And, you know, why do you think that you are the best fit, you know, for the profile of an ideal cyber girl? Why do you feel like you're the best person for that opportunity to become a cyber girl? That's what we are checking. So I'll be walking you through some of the questions we'll be expecting you to answer in the application video and personal statements. Again, you'll find this in the application guide. You will also find it in the form. While you're completing the form, it is still listed there. In the personal statement, the question you want to answer, we want you to tell us about yourself. You know, your work, your educational background, your key achievements. Tell us about your Any courses you've done in the past, cybersecurity related courses, training, bootcamp, any of that, and when you completed this training. We want to know if you belong to a cybersecurity related association or network. We want to know what it has done to help grow you and develop your interest. We would like to know if you've volunteered in the past, or occupied a leadership role in the past. And lastly, we would like to know why you should be chosen for this opportunity. So, all of what I have said, you can sum it up, find a very nice response. Make sure you are answering all of these questions in your response. But remember, the goal is not more than 3,000 characters. So, take advantage of every word and make sure to utilize it properly. Every word counts in the application process. Remember, plagiarism is a serious offense. If you're caught plagiarizing, your application will be withdrawn. Again, AI generated responses do not count. If we find them, we will again withdraw the application, as that doesn't show respect to the process and doesn't show authenticity. We want to know that you're authentic. Come as you are, be real, right? We want to get to know you. So that being said, the application video, what questions do we want to answer you to answer in those 2 minutes? We want you to again tell us about yourself. This time, spending more time talking about your key achievements. Have you created a club before? Cybersecurity club, whatever it is you have done, in your own field that has, in cybersecurity to show your interest in cybersecurity, whatever it is, your key achievements. Let us know. We want to know why you're interested in cybersecurity. And what aspects specifically interest you? Do you want to be a penetration tester? Let us know. Do you want to be a SOC analyst? Oh, I really like to know more about that. So, what aspect of cybersecurity really interests you? We would also like to know your 5-year career goals. So, if you're planning for the future, what really do you have in mind for your 5-year plan? Why did you choose to enroll in this program? If selected, how does this fit into your plan? Peradventure, you do not get into this program. you know, would you still pursue a career in cybersecurity? We want to know, right? These are all the things you need to respond to in your application video. Remember, not more than 2 minutes, could be less, but definitely not more. So go through the application guide when you get a hold of it. Again, it is on the CyberGirls website. You can go to our missions page and you see all of these things detailed there. Go ahead and grab a copy of the application guide, keep and study and prepare well to have your response, very nice response that represents you properly. So remember, we'll be judging you on your person, purpose, passion and enthusiasm, preparation, presentation, and delivery. Right. So after we have gone through the process of getting to go through your application video and read your personal statements. Bear in mind, we will only do this for those who have completed their identity verification and checked out. We would not be doing this for anyone who has identity verification hasn't checked out. So if you miss the deadline of completing your identity verification form, which is 12th of February, please note that we will not be considering you for the fourth stage of application. This will be sent to you via email, but I want you to understand that deadlines are a big deal. Deadlines are a big deal for us. Deadlines are actually a big deal. So make sure to keep the deadlines. And I see someone already in the chat box saying 2 minutes is too short. Oh, that is very untrue. If you structure your responses well and you minimize your use of words and you stick to saying only the things that matter and not the story, a long story, you will meet 2 minutes. People have done elevator pitches in one. So think of this as your own elevator pitch. We're even given an extra minute, 2 minutes. Don't worry, sit down, think about it. There are some questions that are answered in your personal statement, some questions are answered in your application video. Know which one is going to be answered where. Plan your response and respond. It is part of the process of getting to know who an ideal cyber girl is. So please don't worry, you're up to the challenge. You can do it. We've seen it being done. All right, that being said, when you are done with all of it, personal statement and application video review, please bear in mind we will get back to you with our final feedback on the 4th of March, 2024. That is the goal, but anytime between then and the 7th of March, you will be receiving mails. So from the 4th of March to the 7th of March, mails will be flooding out to you, letting you know, I have been accepted, or you didn't get in, or you did get in. Bear in mind, only 1 in 40 applications will make it this far. So please remember, this is when resilience counts. This is when being thorough counts. This is when positioning yourself properly counts. And this is when, if not more than ever before, keeping deadlines matter. All right, that being said, when all of this has happened, you'll receive a mail from us telling you, welcome to the program. You'll be assigned a success advisor who will be with you throughout the journey, guiding you, helping with the onboarding process, all the way till the end of the program. All right. So please, again, if you have questions, keep them coming in the chat box. We would like to answer your questions. So some tips, some personal tips. When you're completing your application process, we advise that you use a Google Chrome web browser. You could use another, but for best interest, we recommend that you use a Google Chrome web browser. You could use a laptop, you could use a mobile device. But again, we encourage you to use a laptop. This will allow you to see your responses clearly and they're all up in your face. Bear in mind that only your first application will be considered. So be careful and make sure to be thorough. Don't rush and just submit an application just trying to see the responses, the questions, right? If you need to pause your application, that feature is available. You pause your application, you take your time, and you return to it. Remember, every application is important. Take your time and go through it. If you need to do this at the end of work, please do it, but do not rush through it, okay? Next thing is, I encourage that you work in a full-sized window. Again, the goal is to make sure you can see your entire screen and everything is easier for you to read. The next bit is information should be filled accurately. Your email address, go and cross-check. Look at it 4 times if you must, because that is the only way we will communicate back to you. And if your email address is wrong, how can we communicate with you? So it will be that you fill the form for nothing, because we can't get back to you even when you qualify. So please make sure that the information you fill from start to finish, from your name to the end, when you fill the commitments declaration or at the end of the form, make sure every information you fill there is correct. That being said, the next tip I'd say is you do not, again, I've said this earlier, you do not have to complete your application in one sitting, right? You can pause and come back to it. Please bear in mind, however, that partial and unsubmitted responses are not going to be considered. Partial and unsubmitted responses will not be considered. So if you post your application process and then somehow it exceeds the deadline, you cannot go and open it again. It won't work. You can't. So make sure that while you're at it, right, that you make sure you complete it and click the button submit before the deadline. And the deadline, like I said, is 11th December. The form will be closing, that's a Monday, by the way. The form will be closing by midday, 12 p.m. West African time. Please make sure to complete your application before then. If you're going to be making an upload of a video file, we recommend that you use MP4. Other instructions are provided in the application guide. If the file size limit is 10 MB, so we have recommended compressors, recommended converters as well to enable you meet that file limit size. These are free tools and are available to you. All right, please, it is important that you only contact the admissions team if you haven't received an email 2 days after the communicated feedback date. So if at 14th, we told you we would communicate a feedback to you 14th of December, and you haven't heard from us, when should be the time you can email us? On the 16th, right? And before you email the team, make sure to check your spam folder. Make sure to check your junk, whatever it's called. Check your promotions. I don't know, look at every corner. Check all your email addresses. Perhaps you gave one email and thought you gave the other. Make sure you check all your mailboxes thoroughly and then reach out to the admissions team. Please bear in mind, when you complete the application form, you'll receive an email immediately confirming your application, receipt of your application. This will go to your inbox. But if you check in your inbox, you can't see it. It's from CyberGirls admission team. Please check your spam folder, your junk thoroughly before you proceed. So yes, that's about it for the application guide. Like I said, please drop your questions in the chat box and we will be taking them. All right, so the questions could span from what we had said in the beginning, something that wasn't clear to you, and towards the end, you can have that as well, ask in the chat box. So Divine will be joining me for also answer some questions, some frequently asked questions, and your questions in the chat box as well. So just give it up for Divine. Hi, Divine.
Hi, DTM.
All right. So you can already see the chat box is busting with a lot of questions. So I think we'll just start with what we have on the screen right now, and then we will go to the questions in the chat box. This is popular, and I know you answered this before, but is the training physical or virtual?
It's a virtual training.
It's a completely virtual training. Okay. Do I need to learn to code, or I can come as I am?
Come as you are. But these skills, it depends again, it depends on the career path that you're choosing, but it's not a prerequisite. You don't need to learn to code.
All right. So it may be to your advantage in some parts, like Divine
Some
said,
paths like DevSecOps and the likes, but it's not a prerequisite.
so we will not in any way disqualify because you cannot code. That's what we are saying. But if you have the coding knowledge, please let us know. We would love to celebrate you. And the
You
parts
want
that welcome you, like Divine has just mentioned, the DevSecOps part, you can come through for us there. Can I apply if I am almost 18? I answered this earlier. Um, if you're turning 18 by the 24th of March, 2024, that's the start of the application, the start of the cohort, 24th of March 2024. Please apply, right? If you're turning 18 by then. If you're going to be 28 by then as well, apply. But if you'll be 29 by then, you will not get into the program. But if you are 28 by then that's fine. Right? Do I need to own a computer to apply?
you
Divine,
you need to own a computer, and not just any computer. The least specification, the least requirement is you need an Intel, at least an Intel Core i5 seventh generation with 8 gig RAM processor. That's the least, because you're doing a lot of hands-on learning. You're going to be doing a lot of labs, so your computer needs to be, the computation power needs to be strong enough to be able to, carry out this labs, else it's going to be to your own detriment, and you will not really like that. So yes, you need a computer.
all right, please, if you don't currently have one, now is the time to start planning towards
Hmm.
purchasing one. It's very important. You need it. There's only so much you can do with your mobile device. Only so much. We've had a couple of people come into the program, and that's the problem. You were planning to use your mobile device. That's not possible for the entirety of the program. Um, what is the level of complexity of the training? It's basically novice to professional. So bear in mind, we will be walking you in stages, from beginners. Like I said, we're starting with the cyber security essentials course. We'll keep building on it till you get to your specialized learning path, right? Till you get to your specialized learning path where you choose, oh, I want to be in cloud security or wherever you want to go. All right. So Divine, what is the time commitment for participation in the fellowship?
So it's an 8 month training. However, you're expected to commit at least 4 hours every weekday. So in total, Monday to Saturday, that's about 24 hours. However, 24 hours is not enough to learn. That's the honest truth. We're just telling you at least, so an average of 24 hours in a week. But just so you know, 24 hours will not earn you that 70% pass mark. So yes, 24 hours and above every week is what we expect from you.
We've had most of our star fellows commit a lot more time. The more you give, the more you hone the skill, the more confidence you gain, and you can better represent yourself. So please note that this is one of those trainings where you have to keep your head down for long and practice constantly. All right, can I apply for CyberGirls if I am from a non-technical background? Divine, I think you want to help with us.
Yes, sure, you can. You can. But one thing you need to bear in mind is, like the Tim and I had rightly said, you need to be passionate about cybersecurity. So this is not just something you're using to while away time, probably while you're waiting for admission or while you're waiting for something, right? You need to be really intentional about starting a career in cybersecurity. And so regardless of your background, either technical or non-technical, you're fit to apply. We just need to be sure that you're passionate and you're going to be committed and dedicated to the program.
All right, thank you so much, Divine. So now we'll be answering questions from the chat box. Please go ahead and keep dropping your comments. We will regard this as entries for questions. Someone's asking, please, can someone above 30 years apply because a friend of mine is interested? Divine, do you want to respond to this?
Unfortunately, not. The age range is 18 to 28.
Right. So the age range is 18 to 28. We can't let you into the Cyber Girls Fellowship from 18 to 28. We have other initiatives though that can accommodate you past the age of 28. You will learn more about it as the application process goes on. But if you are past 28, please bear in mind we will be sending you a rejection. But we have a beautiful community. It's called the Cyber Learners Community. In the Cyber Learners Community, you can be 30 there. And what we do there in the Cyber Learners community is that we give you all the training materials. That we like the curriculum, we let you know what to go and take a course, but we will not be paying for it. You will pay by yourself. You will register with your own hand. All we are doing is telling you this is a good place to get started, and we'll be offering you guidance. You will have your sisters to work with, you will have other people, but again, sadly, if you are past 28, you can't come to the Cyber Girls Fellowship. So maybe if your friend applies, she can get into the Cyber Learners community. All right, so that being said, Modestine is asking if this will be provided as a form. Yes, it's available in the application guide. The application guide is available on the website right about now. Admissions, just go to the Cyber Girls Fellowship webpage, the admissions tab, you will see it right there. Just download the application guide. Everything we've said is right there. In fact, you can also refer to the FAQ session where someone will explain it in more detail. All right. So Memories is asking, can we submit a voter's card? I really wish I knew where Memories is commenting from. I think Memories may be Nigerian. Let's assume Memories is Nigerian. Can Memories submit a voter's card as a means of identification? The answer to that question basically is if your voter's card has, again, a clear picture of your face, does your voter's card have your date of birth? Does your voter's card have something indicating what country you're from? So if you're Nigerian, does it indicate, that this is a voter's card from Nigeria? If you are Kenyan, is it indicating there that you are? Then we can accept it. But bear in mind, it must have these qualities. All right. It must be recognizable in your country as a valid means of identification. Your face must be clear in it. You must have your date of birth, and it must, reinforce your claim to nationality. All right. So, people are asking if this is self-paced. Divine, is this training self-paced?
It's not self-paced. It's a structured training. It is not self-paced at all. It's not self-paced.
So I think I'd like to modify that a bit and say it's somewhat self-paced. I'll say somewhat because I will not be the one marking out all your 4 hours for you. I will not tell you you must start now and start reading every day of the week, except for when we have live sessions. But every day you will have a target for what you must study. If you decide to study on your own, great. If you decide not to study, that will be piling up. So yes, but we have milestones, we have live sessions that you have to attend. So it's not as flexible as you will call self-paced. It's more structured. Please understand that if you're working, I know this person may be working or in school, it's important to note that we have time set aside for classes and we have things you must complete within that week provided to you so you can study and do whatever assessments you need to do ahead of time. Someone's asking when are we registering and how many days will this take place for? Registration starts today by 12 noon and it goes on for 3 weeks. So up until 11th December by noon, 11th December, again, the form closes and you can no longer register. So from now to 11th of December, you have time to go and register. The age range again is 18 to 28. So the this question is for you. Can you take cybersecurity certifications during the course of the program?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can take cybersecurity certifications during the course of the program.
Yeah, we are not at all against it. However, you need to remember that nothing is allowed to affect your studies and your timelines, because if you're having any difficulties, you can communicate with your success advisor, but we do not expect that because you are doing that, that the program will then suffer for those decisions. All right. For someone who's already taken the cybersecurity essentials course, is this application still open for the person? Yes, it is, Faith. Please go ahead. There are modifications. I'm sure you may have taken this Cyber Essentials course last year or during the Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Don't worry, for the application process, it's been modified. There are a few things that have been added to the course for this purpose. So don't worry, please go ahead and take it. And I promise you would enjoy the process as well. All right. What makes you overqualified for this fellowship? Lady wants to know. Divine, would you like contributing to this response? What are some of the things that makes you overqualified for the fellowship? At start, you
If you
already
have a cybersecurity job,
going to
cyber
say,
fellowship is not for you. Remember, it's novice to professional. It's not professional to over professional, right? So if you do have a cybersecurity job, it's not for you. And there's some certifications that you actually have that makes you overqualified. But the time you can throw more light on that.
all right. So if your certification can get you a job in cybersecurity and it is industry recognized as a qualification for a cybersecurity role. Say, for example, your CEH, that's your Certified Ethical Hacker, right? If you have your CEH, this program is not for you. You'll be bored. If you have your certified in cybersecurity, don't worry, come along. We love that. We celebrate you. Thank you for taking the step to grow, right? This doesn't disqualify you in any way. Please come in. These are entry level certifications. These are not sometimes able to get you, they're not requirements for a role. So when you Google a job role, what are the certifications you see there? Some of them that are advanced may then disadvantage you from getting to the program. If you want to see a more, just think of it more as if my job, right, if my certification right now is one of the things that I have to present and say, oh, I'm qualified for this role, then maybe I may be a bit too advanced for this, right? We are preparing, for example, to write the SOC analyst exam, right? If you've already written that, where are we supposed to train you from, right? You've already passed that stage. Overqualified also, have you already started teaching people this thing? You've been teaching. You can't come back again, right? So if you know more than the stage I'm trying to prepare you for, then there's no need coming through for this. Can someone who has no laptop take this program? Sorry, Eunice, you can't. You need access to a laptop, and not just any kind of laptop, a laptop that can do these things. Divine has mentioned Core i5, you know, that's what we accept. Core i5 7th generation. Those are the computers that will be your best interest. If the other devices you have, that's a plus. If you have multiple devices, that's a plus. But zero laptop is not allowed. Please, you need access to a laptop. Okay, so someone's saying you made mention of not participating in any other cybersecurity program. I think what Faith Collins is trying to ask here is this allowed to be in another program? No, not coins. It's not side by side. It's similarly timed. Pay attention to similarly timed. So if it's around the same time, CyberGirls is starting in March and it's ending the same time CyberGirls is ending, you may want to reconsider. Because remember again, this thing is taking a lot of your hours. We expect a lot of time commitment, and you possibly have a job, you're possibly in school as well. You may not be to your best advantage. You may not even be able to fully perform if that happens. So please, that's something we are considering when we put those laws down. Okay. Hello, can people already working in industrial physical security want to transition into cybersecurity apply? Yes. Please, please, please do. I look forward to receiving your application, Shalom. Please apply. It'll be lovely for you. Okay. So, Divine, this person is asking, I don't currently have a cybersecurity certification, but I see two candidates planning to write an exam in January. Am I still qualified?
Yes, you're qualified at Theory or La. You're qualified.
Okay. Okay, so Faith is asking, what about people who belong to cybersecurity learning group?
That's
I'm not
fantastic.
sure. I'm not
Wait,
sure if meaning
yeah.
is it yeah, is it a WhatsApp group for learning? I need to understand. So, for example, when we ask this question on your form, we ask you to tell us a bit more about it. So you understand. So please, when you get to this space, maybe you tell us some more about these commitments. Again, a fellowship program like ours has structured time. So, for example, we are doing assessments by this time, we are doing the open day by this time, we have the social assessments. If it's something of that nature and this intent,
Mm,
we would advise that you do not take up both at
yeah.
once. We would
Just
advise
to add to that, I mean, if it's a learning group like we think, right, maybe just a group where you and other people are just learning for certifications, I'd say that's really fantastic because that shows that you have taken the initiative, right? So just tell us more about what this learning group is. So if it's structured just like our program, then that's where there may be a clause and we may not be able to. But if it's just, oh, you're just doing like your self-paced learning, that's absolutely fine.
All right, Hannah is asking, after choosing either cloud pen testing stock, we offer the next stage. I'm thinking she means, what happens next. Once you have chosen your specialized learning path, you will start your hands-on training in that path. So whatever courses we have lined up for you to prepare you for the job market, you will take these courses. It's not from one source. We have multiple courses preparing you for a rounded training in that part specifically. So Hannah, that's what to expect, and this will go on for from the third month of your training all the way to the end. It's a very long time getting trained. Chisom is asking, if it's the same application video that's submitted in the first stage that's reviewed in the first fourth stage, yes, the answer to that is yes. We are not reviewing it in the first stage, we're reviewing it in the fourth stage. We're expecting quite a number of people to apply, and we would not want to spend resources going through all of it when we're not certain if you're going to meet the other criteria. So it's something we're doing at the end. Please bear in mind that that video is the video to the end. So whatever you submit now, that is what will qualify you next year. So do it with such thoroughness. My current classes are flexible, so I feel I can take on a new skill. Kindly, do I stand a chance? Oh, do you stand a chance? Again, our requirement is very clear. If you can give us minimum of 4 hours daily, oh, please go ahead. We have had people who have taken on this challenge in the program. A couple of them have been graduated as best graduating students in their schools. We have one of them, Fatma, and even in this cohort as well, we've had a couple of people graduate as the best graduating students. And a lot of them say, "Oh, it's because I was able to, manage my time properly and do all of this," and they still do great in the program as well. So please, if you know you have the bandwidth, if you know you can give the time requirements, again, like I said, minimum of 4 hours, then go ahead for it, Philosophy. Okay, so on recommendation, can we use people from other fields? Yes, please. People from any field whatsoever. Again, the goal is this person has worked with you before, right? Or has been your academic advisor or teacher in the past. So whether you studied physics, whether you work in the bank right now, doesn't really matter much. We just want someone who knows you very well to say, "Hey, I know this person, and they're awesome, and they'll be an excellent addition to your program." Can someone with a passion for cybersecurity, that's GRC, with a financial restraint but not resident in a country of citizenship, I would love to get in the program. Oh, hi, Mfan. I would love to answer your question, but I'm not certain about a couple of things. For example, what country are you currently resident in? Right? You don't. So when we say you're citizen and resident, it doesn't mean that if you're Nigerian, you must be in Nigeria. No. If you're Nigerian, you can be in Kenya. It's an African country, right? If you're Nigerian, you can be in Namibia. If you're Tanzanian, you can be in Rwanda, provided you are from an African country and you are still living in an African country, you can go ahead and apply. So I hope this answers your question. I'm not really sure, but if you're in the diaspora, if you're anywhere outside of Africa, sadly, this program is not for you. I hope you find other ones that benefit you as well. All right. Mfon says she's currently, I'm going to ask, yeah, Mfon says she's currently in the regulatory GRC field. Are there other programs you recommend where a community and support is important? Uh, I don't know if I can recommend some right about now, but Divine, do you have some recommendations you'd like to give?
We have the She, I think She Africa or yeah, we have She Africa. So yes, you can apply. Yes,
All right.
that's,
Okay.
yeah, you can get support from that community. It's all women.
Okay. Please, based on all stages outlined, would there be a pamphlet? Yes, gift. Please, again, for those who have asked, um, application guide has all those things you're asking, and it is on the website. Please go ahead and download. The 3,000 limit essay in the application form, should it be the same as the personal statements? That 3,000 limit essay is your personal statement, right? Um, I just told you the limit earlier that I told you about the personal statements. But please, that is the same as your personal statement. It's not in the letter form, you're imputing it on the form. So please go ahead, you can type it on your notepad, copy the text, and paste on the form when you're ready. All right. Okay, so keep your questions coming. Please keep your questions coming.
That was She Secures Africa. I've put it in the chat box. She Secures Africa. Some fund you can apply, and it's a strong community with women, and you can get the sort of like mentorship and support that you need.
All right. Thank you so much, Divine, for that. Faith is asking if her husband can be a guarantor. Yes, his family, he can be a guarantor. Please, yes. Your husband, your brother, your father, think of anybody, your mother, your sister, they can be your guarantors. All right. Can someone who has been accepted into the CyberGirls Fellowship once but didn't make it past the prerequisite class reapply? Divine, do you want to take this?
Yes, I'll take it. I'd say it depends on what exactly happened. Why did you drop out after the prerequisites path? But if it's something about not meeting the cutoff mark, then yes, you can apply. But if it's something that you voluntarily withdrew yourself from the program without communicating it, then unfortunately we will not be accepting you into our program. But if it's about, oh, I took the prerequisites and I did not meet the cutoff mark or something around that, then definitely the door is open for you to reapply.
All right, thank you so much. Adeola is asking, can we submit birth certificates and NIN? I'd say your NIN card, not the slip. I think the card has your birthday. So if you have the card, you can download the NIN app. I think NIMC app on your phone and get the card. Yes, please, that will be accepted. If you are struggling with finding an appropriate means, to means of identification, you can reach out to the admissions team if you have further questions when you get to that stage. Again, emphasis on when you get to that stage. You can reach out and we will help you choose amongst your documents which is best suited for this purpose. All right, I am planning to write Computer Security Plus and Network Plus by February next year. Am I qualified, please? The answer is yes, yes, yes. Please, you can take it. Please come ahead. This will give you an advantage. This will serve as very good background for you. Please come ahead and do it. All right, Divine, I think you should take this one. If you have been in the Cyber Learners community and taken free courses in the last cohort, are you still eligible?
Yes, you are. Cyber learners, you're welcome to apply.
All right. So if you've been a cyber learner, maybe there was something that stood in the way of making your application that one that shines through. Please go ahead and apply this time. It could be a better application now that you're coming from a place of knowledge. All right. Again, people are asking about Security Plus. If you're asking that question, we've answered it already. Um, you can apply to the program. Will the program guarantee job opportunities for members upon completion? This is from Florence Banjiro. All right, so with Cyber Girls Fellowship, we are not going to finish training and say, Florence, I give you this company, come and work here. No, that's not going to happen. However, we will create opportunities. We have a hiring summit. We will have opportunities. We have built relationships with other organizations and who come to hire from us. So you'll be given an opportunity, you'll be given access to an interview room based on your qualification to go and speak for yourself with your mouth, represent yourself well, and get your job and secure your job. However, we will not be allocating you any
Mm-hmm.
job. Again, we will not be allocating you jobs. We will give you opportunities to get. So many people even don't even need our assistance getting jobs. Before the end of the program, they have put out their applications and they're getting jobs on their own. So don't be afraid of it, Florence. Go ahead and apply. You will get
Exactly.
opportunities once you.
Tikem, just to add to that, just like we have said during this session, you need to begin to learn how to package yourself, how to sell your skills, right? So, like I said when I was speaking, if you don't have a LinkedIn account, you need to set up a LinkedIn profile. We have soft skills training where you be taught how to do your CV, your cover letter, and you'll be having series of masterclass and webinar sessions, series of LinkedIn optimization classes. So you don't have to wait till the last day of the program before you start applying for jobs. You don't even have to wait until the hiring summit, right? As long as you already know what you have, you already know what is in you, you know the skills that you possess, start applying for this job. Yes, you may get some rejections, but you're learning, right? So you definitely know, oh, if they ask this question, or if an interviewer asks this question, these are sort of like responses I need to give. So don't wait until end of training and then say, cyber girl, cyber safe, come and give me a job. No, that's not possible. Or we're not encouraging that. You need to start selling your skills. You need to start putting yourself out there for the job market, and you need to bring in your best in everything you do.
All right. So are there job opportunities after the program? Example, national service. I'm assuming this person is in Ghana. Um, uh, this is not like the national service in any way. This is a Nigerian or a Ghanaian. What you will be, what you're going to be doing afterwards is you could get an internship. So there are some people who come to you and say, "Come and intern with us for 6 months. Afterwards, we can retain you. Come and intern with us for 3 months. Be paid. Some of them will be free, depending on what you get, whatever you are interested in getting, and whatever you're willing to give." And that is what's going to happen. So think of it as I am out here, I'm looking for a job, right? It's not a paid service. It's not recognized as a national service. It's not a national scheme, right? So think of that. Is the program free? 100%. No penny paid. This program is funded by donors, by our training partners, by many people who are interested in investing in the females in Africa. Organizations are interested in investing in the growth of females in Africa. Those are the people who help fund this program. So please bear in mind, it is free for you, but it comes at a price for us. Again, it is free for you, but it comes at a price for us. So we do the paying for you. So it is free for you. You can come and take the training, but just know that a price has been paid on your behalf. For those who applied to the 3.0 and failed, are they allowed to apply again for 4.0? Divine, would you like to answer this?
Yes, you're allowed to apply again as long as you meet the criteria. So yes, you're allowed to apply again.
All right. So I noticed there are a lot of repetitions. For those who came in late, please, you have to go back and watch the video. Please, for those who came in late. I think I answered this question earlier from Shalom.
Yes,
Those
you
who are, yeah, if you are transitioning, please apply. Thank you. Oh, you have your NIN. Please get your NIN card, please. That is allowed. Techie lawyer, you can turn in your NIN ID card. Just go and get the one that's a card. It has your date of birth on it. The slip doesn't have that. So go and get that, and that should work just fine. My colleague is pursuing a BSc in cybersecurity. Is she allowed to? Is she qualified to apply? Divine, you want to answer this too?
Yes, she's qualified to apply.
All right. Please let her know. We have had people who come into the program in their second year of cybersecurity training. The lady I referenced earlier, Fatma, was actually doing her cybersecurity training as well. So please, they can comment. Can someone who is currently 28 and will be 29 in December 2023 still qualify? Are there any exceptions whatsoever that could accommodate that? Divine, do you want to take that or should I?
Just go ahead.
Okay, so we are sorry, but anyone who's past 28 at the start of the application will not be allowed into the CyberGirls Fellowship. I'm not saying do not apply. I'm saying you will not be allowed into the fellowship. So pay attention to that. However, we have created a community called the Cyber Learners Community. Now, in this community, we give you access to training content and like where you can go and study and all of those things, provide you support all through the journey. But it is not again Cyber Girls Fellowship. You may benefit from this. So if you are still interested in this, please go ahead and apply. And when the time comes, that's the community you'll be assigned, the Cyber Learners Community. All right, so let's say I already have an entry level role in the field, information security, but no certificate yet. Can I still apply? Gifted, I will really look forward to seeing your application. Please go ahead to apply. Now, I would love to see your details and know what the other things entail. But if you have a role in information security, I want to know what kind of role, what does it require you to do? Because that then determines if it is a cybersecurity role, because there are other supporting people who work in that field, but not cybersecurity people. So I would like to know more about it. So please go ahead and apply. Application opens at 12 noon. You can go to CyberGirls Fellowship website right about now, and you will get that access to that. If I've taken Cisco's cybersecurity online courses such as endpoint security, threat management, cloud security, and also courses on API security at the API Sec University, can I apply? Hi, Kachi. Keep gathering the certificates. We would love to see your application. Please go ahead and apply. This does not in any way stop you. We, in fact, encourage you to have gathered some knowledge as it makes it easier for you to understand what you want to do and approach, this training from a place of knowledge. So please go ahead and apply. Okay, so please keep the questions coming. We'll be ending the session soon. If the questions I've answered before, again, we will not be responding to those. Please go ahead, read the application guide. Is the recommendation meant to be a file that is uploaded? Yes, that will happen in stage 3. You're not there yet, but it will be a file that will be uploaded, but you're not there yet. Can an employer write an application, a recommendation letter for me? Yes, you can have your employer. In fact, your current supervisor or someone who has worked for you with you before, like your boss, you can have them write your letter for you. What about at the time of application? I have interest in more than one career path. Can I talk about them all? I'd love to see yes. Okay, go ahead and let me see. Maybe tell us what you're interested about both of them. I know that it's possible that you're a bit uncertain, Elena, since you're just getting started. But don't worry, all of those confusions will be cleared out when you get into the program. However, it's important that you know why you like any of them, what interests you. In your application, as you're telling me I'm interested in 2, let me know what about the 2 of them that interest you. And please remember, time is of the essence. So remember that. I'm a Togolese staying in Nigeria. Can I apply? Yes, please. You are an African resident in an African country. Please go ahead and apply. I did my high school in South Africa. I now live in Nigeria. No way to get an educational recommendation. What do I do? You did your high school in South Africa, but now you live in Nigeria. Devon, what do we do in a unique case like this?
So I'm guessing she's talking about the recommendation part, right? Where she gets the but recommendation is not just for from educational institution alone, is it?
It is not. Uh,
Exactly. So I
so
think
the thing, I think she may not have worked before. I'm assuming she doesn't have a job
just
currently.
high school.
Yeah, so it's just after high school. And that is the assumption I'm making based on her comment. Do you know what, Eliza? When you get to this stage in the application process, write
So
us.
exactly.
Write us and we will provide solution to your unique problem. All right? Just send us a mail, shoot us a mail, let us know, and we will be able to help with that. Adiola wants to know if she can upload her birth certificate, NIN, and picture separately. Okay, Adiola, why can't you just do your NIN? It has all the things I need. It actually has all the things I need. So just give me your NIN. Again, the app is available on your phone, just on your mobile device. Open your App Store or your Google Play Store, download the app, put your NIN number, and download the card. The card is, I think, 1,000 naira. Yes, 1,000 naira. Please do that. It has everything I need. So no need to combine multiple. Thank you. All right. So I think we've pretty much exhausted the questions. But oh right, we have a question here. I have completed the stock analyst path on TryHackMe, and I am currently working on the cyber defense path. Can I still apply?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, try hack me. You're just doing your personal learning. So yes, you can apply for the program.
All right. Is there a certain fee we must pay?
No,
No.
it's completely free.
Esther is asking if we can use our NIN card. Yes, it's accepted, please. Mercy Comment already works as an IT support and wants to take cybersecurity course. She wants to know if she's eligible and what time the classes hold, and can she carry out her studies and evaluations at night. Divine, would you mind answering that question?
Yeah, IT support, you can transition into cybersecurity. That's absolutely fine. So you're eligible. That answers the first part of your question. What time of the day will classes be? So like we said, it's just like the TM said, right? Self-paced to an extent. So you have access to the training materials, you have access to the platform, so you have to do some learnings. However, we have days where we have live session. So during these live sessions, it's required that you join this live sessions. Again, it's all virtual, so you're not expected to be anywhere physically, right? So during this live session, the exact time will be communicated to the persons that join the program. So we cannot communicate that on this meeting, this session right now. However, we have 2 days in a week that will be having live sessions. So you have to show up, and if there is any reason why you're not showing up, maybe for one session, you have a success advisor that you need to communicate these reasons to, and let's see how we can accommodate them. But we have live sessions twice a week. That is compulsory, that you attend at least one of these live sessions.
All right, thank you for that, Divine. Aderinola is asking if after completing and earning her 4 badges in Cisco, if she can apply.
I would say well done. Yes, you can apply. Yes, Cisco cyber skills for all. Yeah, that's fine. You can apply.
Okay, so
Less qualified.
um, so Anne is 31 and wishes to apply. I think we've answered Anne's question previously. How do we get to access to cyberlands community? Only those who try to get into the CyberGirls Fellowship and do not miss the requirements go into the cyberlanders community. So the only way there is through. So please indicate your interest still, and we will be direct you there. For now, that's the only way through. What kind of certificate do you get after the training? Divine, do you want to take this question? What kind of certificate do we get after this training?
Okay, so I'm not going to put like a tag to the number of certifications that you're going to get, but there are industry certifications. So yes, you get quite a number of them. Again, depending on your career path, right? So there are some career paths that you're expected to write maybe about 2 certifications or 3 certifications, but they are all cybersecurity industry recognized certifications that you'll be getting after the training.
All right. It's also important to note that Cyber Girls is not an industry recognized certification exam.
No.
Let me explain. Now, can you get a job with this certificate? Yes. We've had people who have used the transcript. In fact, in the current cohort, someone used the transcript of the training to get a master's admission. Bear in mind, she has not done her first degree before. Again, the transcript of the training was used for her master's application, and she doesn't have an undergraduate degree. So, yes, it is proof of how much you know. However, it's not an industry recognized certification. So please understand the difference. So at the end, you'll be given a certificate that says, you've completed the training. We'll give you a scorecard, letting you know, like a breakdown of what you did. And in an event when you want to maybe secure admission, we could give you a recommendation letter letting you know, and the transcript of your scores letting you know this is what you did. So that's about it. What about someone studying in the UK? Is the person eligible? Sorry, you cannot apply. If you are a data annotator, yes, you can transition to cybersecurity. I have my NIN slip and my passport will be ready in mid-January. Can I submit my application form? Carries my age. Please, for everyone asking, please, you do not do identity verification in your first stage. So yes, you have till January to get this done. In fact, the identity verification stage starts on the 12th of January next year to the 12th of February next year. So please, you have ample time. We are just letting you know what is required so you can prepare yourself in advance. So please don't let this stress you, June. Go ahead and apply. It is not at all required up until the third stage. All right, it's been an interesting session. Whew, we shot by 30 minutes more, and that's because we needed to attend to all the questions and make sure we have um, a clear understanding of what is required for this application journey. Divine, do you have any last words for those who are intending to apply to the CyberGirls Fellowship, um, so we can call it a day?
I wish you guys the best of luck, and I would say just bring your best foot forward. And like the team had rightly said, there are stages to this application process. So don't rush it. Yes, it's a 3 weeks window, but take your time before you make your video because there's a lot that will be using to, score your video and your personal statement. So make sure you take your time before you apply, before you make your video, before you write your personal statement, and ensure that you're giving it your best. But remember, we're only looking for people that are passionate, people that will be committed for this to this program. So make sure you are that one person that we're looking for, and we cannot wait to welcome you into our program. All the best.
Thank you so much for that, Divine. I don't think there's much to add to what Divine has said. The most important thing is when you want to apply, ask yourself, am I ready for this challenge? Am I interested and passionate about cybersecurity? Am I ready to invest all that there is? And when you're ready, just know that CyberGirls is ready for you. And for those who may have gotten rejections in the past, don't be downtrodden. You know that that was just one. You can come again, apply again. This time, hopefully, with a better application and you scale through. And please don't be afraid if you're moving from another career path. You're in medicine, wherever you come from, whatever you've done before, data science, and you want to get into cybersecurity. Don't let it frighten you. Don't be afraid of it. It is a huge step, but we are a fellowship orchestrated for huge steps like that. So just think of it as you won't be the first. You don't worry. That is why the program exists for audacious women just like yourself. So go ahead, be audacious, apply, and I wish you the best. And I hope you get through. Remember, if you have any questions that have not been answered yet, again, go to the website. The chat box right now, Divine will be dropping the website link right about now. Please go there. It is very easy. Once you get on the website, the CyberGirls website, you see admissions on the top tab. Just click on admissions, and from there you will get all of the information you need. And if there's something you're curious about that wasn't answered in this info session, because again, I would encourage you to watch this video again, but it wasn't attended to in this info session, and it's not attended to some by some magic in the application guide, and even the FAQ session on the website doesn't carry it, then you can reach out and email us and we will respond to you. Please go ahead and start applying. Again, application opens at 12 today, midday, West African time. So you may be in Kenya right now. Wait again. We're not there yet. We have another 1 hour 30 minutes to the start of application. So whether you're forward or backward, bear in mind that we have 1 hour 30 minutes to application commencement. So please, while you're on the website, just know you can't apply yet, right? But go on the website and please apply. It is very important that you take the first step. You have until the 11th of December to apply. I wish you the best and do enjoy the rest of your day. It's bye from my end.
Bye.
Bye.
All the best.